Good morning, distinguished guests and ladies and gentlemen. As a proposer for enactment of intellectual property a basic law here in Korea, this is great honor. When I received the Grand Prix for the international trade transactions from the Korea Arbitration Society on January 28, 2005, I first asserted, Korea, we need an intellectual property basic law like Japan. On August 30, 2005, we had the inaugural meeting of Intellectual Property Forum. Our forum was organized under the approved by the Korean National Assembly because, as you know, IP policies are very scattered by the many kinds of ministries. So intentionally, we established juristic persons approved by the National Assembly. Thereafter, until now, we hosted various seminars and symposiums to the IPBL. Intellectual Property Forum's catchphrases are as follows. First, now it is the era of the IP. And creation and protection of intellectual property is shorthand way to cultivate the talented people. And the power of IP is caused by the combination and harmonization, particularly of culture, art, science, and technology. In the future, our only way to survive is with IP. And finally, IP is a key of the national competitiveness. The bill of IPBL prepared by the Intellectual Property Forum was submitted to the 17th National Assembly on a representative motion by Byung-suk Lee, who is a member of the NA, on July 7, 2006. A public hearing on the bill was undertaken, but unfortunately the bill was automatically abandoned due to the termination of this session. Subsequently, the bill of IPBL introduced by Jong-hyuk Lee, a member of NA, and signed by 102 members of the NA, I think this is the first case in Korea, was submitted to the 18th NA on November 4th, 2009. The general contents of the bill were very similar with the above bills. After the IP forums made a recommendation to the President on December 1st, 2009, the bill of IPBL, conjunctionally prepared by 13 kinds of government department, was submitted to the National Assembly on August 4th, 2010. Under these circumstances, the bill of IPBL that the Political Affairs Committee of the National Assembly prepared after amending the legislative bill based on the government bill finally passed the National Assembly on April 29th this year. It will become effective on July 20th this month. As the person who originally suggested the enactment of the IPBL, the final passage of this bill makes me quite emotional. You know, Korea is poor in natural resources and has too many peoples for its limited land space. That being the case, we also have a relatively high educational standard. Accordingly, Korea's only one survival strategy for its future is to cultivate new industries on the basis of intellectual property, to make a small but a strong country. In 1964, we exported only $100 million US dollars, and personal GNP was just $100. Last year, we exported $467 billion US dollars, and personal GNP reached over 20,000 US dollars. However, in this age, Korea cannot simply export low value-added goods based on low salary jobs anymore. We cannot prevail in the international competition anymore with the conventional policies or industrial paradigms of our past. In order to break free of technological and economic subordination in relation to other advanced countries as soon as possible, it is necessary that the government creates an environment where IP policies are among our most important, and that we all muster all our strengths to make Korea the center of IP world if possible. Moreover, it is my profound wish National IP Committee affiliated with the President and its Secretariat, which will be newly formed after much difficulty, will be well administrated in a future-oriented direction and will enjoy remarkable success in international competitiveness so that Korea becomes the envy of the world. That is my dream. Additionally, according to the gist of simplification of the litigation proceedings on IP, Article 21, Paragraph 1 of IPBL, I think it is necessary to reconsider the judicial system regarding IP cases in Korea. Currently, for the legal proceedings regarding patent infringement suit in Korea, we first link to the district courts in each area, next goes to high courts, and finally we take our cases to the Supreme Courts. However, for the legal proceedings regarding the patent invalidation case in Korea, we first go to Patent Tribunal in Daejeon, next go to Patent Court, and finally we end up in the Supreme Court. So we have two routes of the legal proceedings regarding patent litigation. On the other hand, several countries have different jurisdictions from ours. In 1982, the United States established the Court of Appeals of the Federal Circuits, having jurisdiction on patent litigation as second instance. In Japan, according to their IPBL, which became effective as of 2003, only the Tokyo and Osaka intellectual property district courts, they have executive jurisdiction, and the Tokyo IP High Court in 2005 have a jurisdiction for the patent litigation. On the other hand, in 1978, the UK established the Patent Court as having jurisdiction for patent litigation. In 2009, in France, they decided only Paris District Court from among 185 district courts in France has jurisdiction for patent litigation. In Taiwan, in 2008, they established IP High Courts in Taipei. Of course, this court has jurisdiction of patent litigation. Considering these facts, I now would like to propose the Seoul District Court and Daejeon District Court as the courts of the first instance having jurisdiction regarding patent litigation, including infringement and invalidation case. And one more, Patent court be the court of second instance having jurisdiction on patent infringement case together with the patent invalidation case. Particularly, such irrationality that infringement sue and invalidation sue proceed in different courts must be changed, I believe. Now I'd like to request you to delete 2 lines from the bottom in page 18 of your text. There's some, I need a correction. Furthermore, according to the purpose of expert in dispute solution related with the IP, Article 21, Paragraph 2 of Intellectual Property Basic Law, the Bill of the Patent Attorney Law that status a lawyer necessarily participates in an infringement suit regarding industrial property as an attorney, but patent attorney participates as an attorney only when the party requests. There's a condition, only when party requests should pass the National Assembly. This should be done so that judicial system could positively contribute to the development of 21st century knowledge-based industries. Moreover, I sincerely hope a reasonable valuation method for IP is developed and takes root in Korea, and that if possible, the first organization in the world to evaluate the value of IP is established. If there is no such kind of institutional support, the cultivation of venture enterprises or development of knowledge industries will end as a mere gesture. Furthermore, I hope the day comes when banks lend money based on an IP assessment issued by the IP valuation organization, and when IP insurance corporation like Korea Trade Insurance Corporation is established to spread the risk when the bank lend money. With the enforcement of IPBL, I think it is a fitting time to establish a national suggestion system in various fields. This would reflect the reality that we have various kinds of social conflicts, so that a 3 at a time innovative policy to mitigate social conflicts, to save government budget, and to give great financial benefit to the suggesting parties can be enforced. In addition, I don't want to give too much meaning only to the passing of the IPBL. We have to keep in mind Korea's future industries and international competitiveness will be influenced by the successful implementation of the IPBL. Now, National Assembly and government have the same regard for the IPBL after a long wait. I sincerely hope our IPBL law will have the support of most of our people through the implementation of innovative policies and will serve as a momentum of national management. Finally, I re-emphasize that the only way Korea can survive in the future is just with IP, and IP itself is a key of the national competitiveness. I heartily congratulate everyone again on the passing of IPBL. Thank you for your kind attention. Thank you.